Tell us, what lessons did you learn? Because I know that you have been working towards like having um consistency and stuff.
Yes, yes, ma'am. So part of the problem I faced was that the first trade I took two trades and the first one went well and it hit take profit. So I was supposed to relax and wait for proper structure to form again before entering for my second trade and then waiting for liquidity to clear. That's something I've been really noticing and focusing on. My liquidity, like liquidity always takes me out before going down to my position. And during my back testing this morning, I saw it that if I can actually wait for liquidity to actually take out the previous higher lows and just be patient and wait for a fair value gap to form, I'll get a proper trade like going to the direct position. Like
Mm.
I've done my buyers from my higher time frame and all. So
Yeah.
that's part of the lesson. I just have to be patient a little bit more. And then like I told you the other time, maybe entering trades again, like
Mm.
I still have that urge of going out and then wanting to go in again, just thinking I'll just have like a little space to make some more money. And it's
Yeah.
something I work on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where discipline comes in. And that's why I'm not letting go of the three most important psychology things that you need, which is you need discipline, consistency, and focus. Now, is that discipline that you build in different areas where you have the discipline to be able to enter your trades and follow your plan, then there's a discipline to know when to trade and when to stop trading. I think because we have trading in our hands, it has become something that we can just click and just get in. It's really easy to access. But really, if you want to trade and be like a profitable trader, you have to be systematic about it. They don't just enter multiple trades in a day. They plan for that one position. It's like going to war and setting a trap and just waiting for that to play out. Then you take action. It's like having a whole plan and then there is a time where it will happen, where you will strike. Do you understand? So it's
Yes.
just it's actually very good that the market gives plenty opportunities. It's now you that will now set your own parameters that okay, this is when I am waiting to strike, and then you strike at that time. And once you do, it's just like blowing up a bomb. You have to wait for everything to clear out for you to actually even see, because you've taken your own trade. No matter what is happening, the markets will always be there. And that's why I love trading gold and currencies. In fact, trading everything, they will always come back and set up. They will always set up, no matter how high they go, it has not left you. That's the beauty of the forex market. It has not left you. There will always be a setup. A good example
Yes.
is the trade that I've been anticipating since last year, and then it turned out it didn't go in the direction that I expected it to go. But that did not disorientate me. Why? Because I didn't think it left me. I just first of all that okay, maybe I should have gotten in at this level and I've seen that we had exhaustions here. It could have indicated I was going to go up. But I just left it. I did not FOMO, I did not jump in. All that buy went in for like 1,000 pips. The sell that we were expecting, it went in the other direction. So I could have flipped that, but I still waited and saw that, oh, this is a continuation trade. And where I saw to enter, I now started joining in the trade after structure had formed. So the ability to be able to adapt to the market, that one is also there. But just knowing that structure will form, price will form, and you will get in. No matter what, if it doesn't set up today, it will set up tomorrow. That's the beauty of the forex market. It's not like stocks that there is no much and volatility is even entering stocks. Volatility is also entering crypto. So price will always set up. So you are the one, you have to deal with it very well because it's you against you now. That's trading for you. It's you against you. You can't keep going back and forth with yourself. I enter a trade, I have my predetermined stop loss. I enter it and then yeah, that's it. There will be a stage where you have to battle with, there's a time where you want to change your lot size. You want to move from this lot size you've been using for so long. And then the moment you change it to a higher one, that's when your trade starts going in drawdown. But you still
Exactly.
have to you see how
Exactly.
the issue with that particular thing is because you have set that, okay, this is when I am changing my lot size, right? During your analysis time, you are trying to get the most perfect trade to fit into this trade must work out because I am changing my lot size. So the lens you are using to analyze is now a little bit tweaked because you are trying to make it perfect. And then it's either you get in too early or you just mess up your setup. So the best thing is the trades that you have analyzed before, um, the trades that you've analyzed before, what you've planned that you would do, make sure it is a textbook, like a very predictable in a way kind of setup, like that. And then, you changing your lot size is not over leveraging. If you're moving from 0.1 to 0.12 or 0.15, it's not so much that it's going to be a lot of drawdown. Just make sure you're able to accept the loss at least like 5 times or 10 times, before your account to wipe. So it's also the same rule for changing that lot size. If you are changing your lot size, let's say you were using 0.1 before, if it was going to take a loss of 30 pips, 10 times, that's $300 on that account, for you to reach your maximum like loss drawdown on that account. It should be the same. If you are changing to 0.2, you know that the loss is now 60. The 30 p plus is now 60. Your account should be able to take that at that level. So it's the same thing, it's just your psychology. So let's get on to, I hope what I said made sense to you. And at least we'll start small by small, we'll start seeing a little bit of progress. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. So when I right now, currently in my trading, I am working towards finding a tempo for myself. That's why sometimes I've stopped signals in a way, because trading is actually very personal and I'm getting more personal with it. I feel like I don't want to be obligated to be sending signals. I want to do it when there's just this atmosphere you get into in trading where you are in sync. And the moment you lose that sync, you have to find that sync again. I don't know if you've experienced it where you have like you are just in tune with what you are trading. You know when not to enter it, you know when to just close it at a very minimal loss, you know when to get in and hold. You're holding and you're still there. You're just in sync anyway. So I'm just trying to get to that point, and it's a very beautiful place to be and just not be distracted. So, but I realized like I also still want to make content around trading. I also still want to build my videos on YouTube and just put information out there. And you know, there's something about knowing that somebody is still trading when you are in a state of like loss where you want to quit, but you can also see that you can go back to some videos and watch and see what you did wrong. That's what I want to continue doing. I kind of stopped with that, but so help me God. So the back testing, I only want to look at news during the weekend, and see what price, see what price has done so far. I think last week we had CPI. I didn't even know it was CPI, really. I don't even really check that much. But this week we are going to see the USD news happening. President Trump speaks. Now that Trump is president, I've also been trying to fine-tune when I enter the markets because I thought a strategy like around finding the times that you enter the trade. I want to see if price is still respecting those times. So I've realized that price is still respecting those times, but there are also other times. So I'm not waiting for those times to actually eat because now there's a lot of activity in US. There's activity going on. So it also results to volatility. So I'm not going to wait for those times, although those times are still valid. Do you get what I mean? They're still valid. So I'm watching how price is doing. So we have Trump speaking on Tuesday. We have FOMC minutes. Did they have interest rates? Unemployment claims. Okay. All right. So that's that for. Let me try and go to market watch just to see on investing.com just to see some headlines. So I have it at the back of my head. Because when it comes to news, you want to just have it somewhere and be in the loop. That's it, to be in the loop. There's holiday on Monday. President's Day holiday. Okay. No wonder most of my students are not going to school. Because I also teach online as well. Tuesday. Okay, I've come here. Where is the news? So the news about the interest rate right now is that they cut interest rates and they'll keep cutting or they'll stay in one place. So it's either they cut or stay in one place. So Fed interest rate from my now coming time soon. Inflation. Let me see. They may not allow me to finish reading this. Because of the subscription. So the next rate is March. My birthday is coming up. Just putting that in there. 1st of March. This year is running fast, actually. I was like, I thought we had a lot of time, but it's going to be a very quiet one for me. I like my birthdays to be quiet, actually. Very reflective days. Okay, so some economics are saying Wednesday that cutting cycle is over, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that next one, they are just building anticipation for the next one because they'll still cut interest rates. If they cut it, it's going to come as a shock to the market. If they increase it, it's going to come as a shock to the market. Everything all in all, volatility. Uh, so Powell had a meeting on Wednesday. When would this man resign though? So on Wednesday, Federal Reserve, this is from investing.com, Federal Reserve Jerome Powell indicated the central bank's average inflation targeting strategy has faced significant scrutiny, may likely remain in comprehensive review set for last year. So they are questioning him for cutting interest rates at the pace it's going. Okay. All right, so let's check what gold did last week. Um, okay, we had Trump speak on Monday as well. We didn't have Biden speak like this. I love the fact that they've put this in Forex Factory. You know that Trump is also a red folder. Oh my God. So we had CPI on Wednesday. Okay, and he testified. So no wonder. Okay. So this is for let's go to one time frame. Actually I can't I didn't mark up. Uh, uh, uh. Sorry, I want to see the one that is marked up more. Okay, let's use this guy. All right, so on Friday, price closed right here. So we opened with a buy. I can't remember what I was watching out for on Friday. Okay, so I was watching to see because we ended with NFP. So I was watching to see if price will sell. Actually, my goal was on GU. My eye was on GU. I was not really on gold. That's why I can't remember. My eye was on GU. So, but once we had this whole move up, I was able to get a clearer view of what price was doing. Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So I was able to get a clearer view. I remember on Monday coming to the chart, I was able to get a clearer view around here because this actually indicated so, and then we had started going to highs. I think this is an all-time high for gold. So when we were moving up here, normal reaction was to wait for price to retest this level and then come come into it and all of that. But when I saw this exhaustion right here and this demand zone, this little area that has turned support, I could see it going up. So this was drawing a minor structure fib right here for it to guide where we're going to go, and the take profit was around here. So after that, price got all the way up, created this. This should be around when President Trump spoke on Monday. What time was that? Okay, we had this jump. Anyway, we had this strong impulse move around here. And then let me clear some of this so that yeah, strong impulse move around here. So this is not really convincing to like say, okay, we are already going down, because this was a large exhaustion. But we can see that price came back to retest 50% of this candlestick, and then also this area right here, which if we go like on a 3 minutes, it's a breakup structure of um and higher low that happened, and then we had that retest right there. Price came all the way down, came all the way down here to now retest this level that we were waiting for earlier. So this would be like a 1 hour this thing, and also bounced off. It's like a third trend line bounced. If you had placed a trend line around here, bounced off of that area, and the confirmation was this bullish candlestick right here. It went all the way to stop at the retest area, the previous support, respected that as resistance with candlestick variation. So this candlestick variation showed the validity with we had 2 consecutive candlesticks that are down, and then when price will come all the way here again, you had your exhaustion, and then this is like also price was playing around this area, broke and retested this support. So one thing about price is sometimes you may not have, this was the support we used before. You may not have your first your first clear break and retest, right? So what happened right here was that price broke this but didn't come here to retest it. It actually went up here to this area, and then this supply zone right here, which is also a support area, and then came all the way down before doing a break and retest right there. And we had several lower highs forming before price eventually came into the 4 hour zone. I think that 4 hour zone is our 4 hour main retest level. So when price came here, confirmation to get into a buy would be this exhaustion and this very bullish engulfing candlestick. We had this support area break and retest, validate as support. You could have taken this minor structure fib right here to the first take profit level, and then the thing about trading is you have to be able to know how to take it step by step. So different opportunities that occurred was we had this impulse move correction here. Then you have candlestick variation here, which is like a demand level. You have price come back, retest that area with a candlestick variation that validated with rally base rally, both of this whole thing here. So you could have as well taken it here. And that small trade right there would have been about 90 pips. You understand, right? Just right there. The reason you're just taking it here is because of this level of support. So if price comes back here again, gives you that Harami candlestick here, and then you have this validation, you can still take your trade, adjust your fib level to, you can only adjust fibs on minor structure like once or three times also, once or two times, not too much, so that it doesn't lose its validity. So this is still valid on fib. This is still like a lower, like a higher low, and then you take profit around here. That's still, that is still like 150 pips, you know. And then price was sitting at the back of this trend line that was drawn here. You could have taken this with exhaustion, a minor structure fib that hits take profit one, the first take profit level. And so adjust your fib again when you saw that we are validating this 1 hour support that I put right here. Then look for candlestick variations to verify that. Actually, these, do you see this like higher low kind of candlestick patterns forming? They could be a very uh they could be very, sorry, hold on. All right, sorry about that. Then this candlestick variation here that is showing like bullish, but you can see that the bullish momentum is really wearing out, and we are sort of in a, in a 1 hour, like in a persistence level. So you can actually draw this out, and that could be where you stop at. I actually took this to, on my other chart, I had this level at 2,940, which was a weekly level. So it got to that area. We tested this variation here. This is a lower high. This means that bearish momentum is coming in, because I was thinking and wondering that uh gold has been going up for a long time, right? There is no how we will not have a big push down. And look at this minor structure that formed right here. Is just an example of the kind of push you have on major structure. Although gold is currently is still bullish, because it's very close to 3,000. I mean, it's close to 3,000, so it's still very bullish, and it needs to hit a mark. If you look at the monthly candlestick, that's by the end of this month, you know, it's probably going to create a bullish candlestick, and then March will come with a high that will create weak exhaustion before it starts going down. But that's monthly, right? So that's still monthly. Did I just erase this? So for gold now, what we are looking at for it to do is we had a big push on the weekend. So I'm actually watching out for I've not really marked this up, but it will finish. We want to make sure that we don't get caught in it. We want to make sure price finishes this bearish structure because there is a bearish push and there's still bearish momentum there. So once that is done, I can watch out for a buy to this level. I'll watch out for a pullback for a sell continuation because I can see this in I'll draw my fib and then it would wherever it goes on the fib, but I can't really draw a fib right now because we don't have a point B to C to draw on. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I don't have a point B to C to draw on, but that's what I am watching out for to see where this stops at. And then, but if I can zoom in on price, if I zoom in on price, I'll be able to see that I think I drew a very minor structure here, right? So if this actually comes to this level here, and I get confirmation, we can actually take a buy in that area. But first of all, let's see what price open does. If it validates that buy, we'll take it. And it's just a pullback for this continuation of the sale that it has started because this is a large impulse. And what was even giving us more confirmation for this is this lower high that created here. So at least we are going to get a pullback, major structure, pullback down to a support level on 4 hour or inside a demand zone. So, but that one is looking a little bit too far. I just want to see what it does on Monday, finish the sell momentum, pull back, and then be able to draw a fib to know where we're going. Okay. So for GU as well, I was looking at this on last week, and I was really watching out for a sell on GU, right? It ended up just doing a very minor structure sell, and didn't even hit the first take profit well, but we broke and retested this. Remember taking point A, point B around here. This is a buy. This retested my daily trend line, and then it did a continuation. This was where I was watching for price to get to, and it got there and then continued going up. Currently, it has gotten to a major take profit level. So we'll see if we'll have a pullback, a pullback, and then for it to continue, or it breaks structure and goes all the way down. I'm going to clear my chart. And then I'll reanalyze this tomorrow in my own time. So, but really, most structures are completing right now. So we need a valid B2C to be able to see what price will do. So yeah, watching for a pullback on G as well. So this is close to a monthly. I think I'll also reanalyze this. Then GA2. I think, okay, yes, I sent this. I'm watching for this to go up. If we get a bullish, if we get a bullish, turnaround, maybe divergence at this level of support or something to tell us, I don't want to draw a trend line will be a little bit steep, but if we maybe a break and retest of that to take it up because this is a bullish structure. Or if it breaks that structure, that's why I didn't send it as a signal, just something we are watching out for. If it breaks the structure, we can wait for the retest in order to take it down. So we'll just make sure that we are on the lookout for that. So it's possibly going to do something like any of the two. Although I was watching for a bullish continuation, but price can do what it wants at this point. So yeah. Do you have any questions, contributions, suggestions? Yeah, I'm looking at UJ as well. Funny enough, I wasn't focused on gold last week because I was focused on GU and I also saw UJ buy. I also saw UJ buy. Um, and GBPJPY also. So I will also check for these guys and see if this is pulling back. We are looking at this. This is actually going a pullback happening. So if it gets to this level, we want to see if it will continue up or break down. So looking at a sell for GJ right now. A sell for GJ, sell for GU. Gold to complete selling before going up. Very short sell, just complete that momentum. Then, yeah. So just watch out on your charts. The thing about what's happening right now is that there is momentum, there is volatility. Don't let, what I've learned in this time is don't let the volatility bully you. Don't let it bully you out of your trades. Don't let it sway you because during the past 4 years, it's like the charts has been sleeping, and even when it will happen, it will be too erratic. It's not so predictable. But this one is like there is just so much movement, which is very good, which is what we want because there is more opportunities to take more trades, more setups that are setting up if you know what you are doing in order to take trades. So you have to be very systematic in your approach. This is the time to create a trading plan for yourself and stick to it. This is the time to be serious and be in tune and lock in, lock in because it's you versus you. This is a time to take away outside distractions, not be too excited. Very important. Don't be too excited about your wins because it's not just one time. Once you realize that it's not just about one win, it's not just about 5 wins, it is continuous, because there are goals to hit. There was a time that I would take on a 0.01 lot size, and the trade will end up in $25, and that's 250 pips, So sometimes you get excited that, oh my God, I've been able to do this, but sometimes you also get sad that what if I use the standard lot size? So there are levels that you would want to conquer on your own. Don't get too excited to get to that level. Don't over leverage at all. There is no trade that is the best trade. There's no trade that is the surest trade. Don't over leverage. Just keep going one step at a time. Compounding is the magic here. One trade at a time. One trade at a time. Don't try to stack up. The last time I stacked trades was in 2021. I successfully stacked trades, but I decided to stop trying to stack up and, trying to flip accounts. Really, we are trying to build consistency here. You're trying to say, okay, you're able to hold this lot size for a particular period of time. Maybe every week you want to be upping your lot size by one, just you're trying to train yourself, build yourself up. Building is better than just flying there. because you won't be able to sustain it. Even if you get lucky and you're able to flip $50 to $5,000 tomorrow, sustaining that $5,000, you won't be able to do it because you always want to flip 5,000 to 50,000, and that's where the problem will be. But if you build from 50 to 5K, you build from 50 to 500, 500 to 1,000, like that, you will be able to sustain it. So trading is not going anywhere. The faster you're able to put your head down, the faster you'll be able to get to where you need to be. So on that note, we are going to see next week. I'll upload this. Have a productive week. I'll be looking
Yeah.
out for gold. Look out for your pairs as well. Okay.
Have a good one.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night.